Fuck
What's
it.
poppin'? It's your boy Mike Powers. As you might know, on this channel, we cover hip hop and some other things as well. Today we have the honor of hosting a gentleman who carries the culture. He is not only an observer, but a participant involved in at least two aspects of the culture. We call him the professor. And when his interview starts, you're going to figure out why. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on the Mike Powers Show, the owner of 5E Consulting, the curator of the world-famous hip-hop IG page Carrying the Culture, Tamal is in the building.
Oh, look at that. I feel like I'm somebody. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Definitely somebody. You definitely somebody.
Intro king, look at you. Fucking got me cheesing over here. Let's get it, man. It's about damn time, nigga.
It's about time. Went back to the old background. I couldn't get the other one working right. My lights might be a little bit weird, but let's get right into it. Listen, you are a champion of the culture of hip hop. I hope everybody knows what we're talking about. What do you think most casual rap fans miss when it comes to hip hop as a culture?
Oh, it's easy. They miss the other three elements. You know, right now the game is, I'm guilty too. Like when you think of hip hop, what do you think of? Rap music. That's what automatically comes to mind, no matter what. Just recently wrote an article for Validated Magazine. So just the mere fact of that, we don't even think about the other elements. Hip hop right now is operating in 4 individual lanes, and they're all popping off to various degrees. There's wonderful stuff going on with b-boys. There's wonderful stuff going on with DJs. They're having competitions and all that. But the serious rap fan is not even thinking about the other 3 elements, unless it's, you know. And so that's why it's the main reason, one of the main reasons why we exist. I came into this as a b-boy. So like I didn't get into the rap until like later. The early rap, that kind of shit was it wasn't the best anyway.
I ran across this man's page one day. I don't know when, I don't know how. So I come across his page, I'm seeing real hip hop on there, a lot of it. And then I'm seeing a lot of people getting on the owner of this. I don't know who he is. I just know that he blocking people and he doing it publicly. And he said this phrase that stuck into my mind and it made me laugh. And he said, I'm sending you guys to the essence. And I thought that was beautiful. And when I looked at what was going on, I said, I may not want to comment on this guy's page. For me, it was a bit intimidating, but I always stuck with that page because the content is either, it gives you knowledge, it's going to make you laugh, it's going to make you think, but don't go over there playing. But y'all got to go check this man's page. It's right up under him right now. That's his page, at Carrying the Culture. You're a dancer, I noticed too. You have some clips on there, but you're doing some b-boying. Let me ask you this: what dances can you remember from like back in the day when you was kids that you actually did? I know you did some break dancing. We're gonna get into that in a minute. Did you do the German Smurf? Remember that?
Did this? Well, we didn't call it the German Smurf. We just called it the Smurf. We had the Roger Rabbit. Of course, the Kid and Play kick step. So that was in 7th, 8th grade dances. You know, it was that for us, Kid and Play kick step, but it was also the joint where they jump through the leg, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the one that'll make you break your neck. I never could do it.
Yeah, I did it a couple times, but I'm much older now, so I will die now. But that was when hip hop was fun, man. That was when there was a variety to the shit, and like you could dance, you could party, and it was cool to dance, right? At one point it became, you know, whack to dance. You had to hold on the wall.
What type of snacks was considered status symbols when you was in like 4th grade that you remember?
Lunchables, nigga. Like if you had the Lunchables, you was like motherfucking Richie Rich up in this bitch.
Really? He was the man? You had Lunchables?
No, you said what ones was the status symbol. I didn't say I necessarily had them.
I mean, for me, when I was in elementary school, like 3rd, 4th grade, if you came in with a Suzy Q in your bag, listen, everybody had Doritos. Everybody had them little skinny candy sticks. They was called sticks, different colors, all them shits. But if you walked in addition to having Doritos and a little hug, if you had a Suzy Q, people thought you was paid.
Honey buns were a big thing back then too.
Now, honey buns, that's status. If you showed up with a honey bun, you was the man.
Yo, back in the day, you had a couple dollars, honey bun, the little hug joints, now laters, 25-cent chips. You straight.
It was good.
$2-3, you good.
You was good. And then somebody was going to walk up to you and ask you for a couple of chips, and you was going to put a couple of chips in their hand, and they going to stand there and look at you like you owed them. Back in the day, did you ever wear British Knights, Lottos? True.
I have a pair of Lottos in the closet for my man, Kali Vegas. I have a pair of Lottos in the
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on now. You said you got some Lottos? Did he say Lottos?
Yes. Up to my man, Kali Vegas, sneaker connoisseur.
Lottos.
Bless me with these. Sorry.
Fuck we talking about?
Bless
Listen.
Hold on.
Them joints fresh as hell, though.
So they had white laces. I bought the fat laces. And this is a traditional court tennis shoe, but like this made them like change the whole dynamic, right? Like
Yeah.
So yes, I rocked Lottos. I did have a pair of British Knights back in the day too. I had a pair of black and gray ones. So yeah. I like it. You got some interesting questions, Joe. It's not, you know what I'm saying? You coming all over the place with it.
Yeah, my mom, at that time, I wasn't able to convince her to grab me the British Knights or the Lottos. But this is why I asked, because she finally bought me and my brother troop jackets for Christmas. The leather joint, you know what I mean? You
remember the rumor about troops?
That it was owned by the Klan?
Yeah, and that it stood for total reign over oppressed peoples. Fucking hip hop rumors, right? So that's why yo, I think this information age that we're in right now is important that we're talking and we're having shows. You got your show, I got my show. Big up to you, everything you're doing. Because a lot of this shit wasn't documented, right? Like Big Daddy Kane, like supposedly, like LL Cool J supposedly was got like fucked up ahead. Kumo D was supposedly cross-eyed. Big Daddy Kane had AIDS.
You would consider yourself a real B-boy to this day, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, and I'd say it's more of a lifestyle than anything. I mean, like, because I always say hip hop taught us how to pose for a picture. Hip hop taught us how to tie our sneakers. Hip hop taught us how to roll a blunt. Hip hop taught us about like safe sex. I mean, like, so there's a lot of lessons there. So a B-boy, yeah, there's that competitive element to me that's always there. Like what? Like there's no, you know what I'm saying? That originality is always going to be there. And everything I do, like my shit's always going to be different. There ain't no fucking page like mine. There is no platform like mine. I never really say this shit publicly. There's nobody doing what the fuck we do.
Like, when is your first memory of you being consumed by this culture?
That's when Planet Rock came out. And African Band bought it. And so I just remember hearing Party People, and they was popping and shit. And I was like, that was it. So right there is where it all started. And then I saw Breaking in 84.
And who was your favorite fat boy?
I gotta go Human Beatbox until I saw that nigga like in one of the videos with food coming all out of his fucking face and shit and falling down and looking all fucking disgusting. And then I was just kind of done with them niggas. I'm like, okay, you niggas are fucking gross. I like rest in peace. That Buff, it was Buff, yeah, Buff, right? Yeah. He passed away. Rest in peace. So, you know what I'm saying? I fucked with him. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I fucked with him.
Yeah.
But when I saw that video, I'll eat the fucking shit coming all out. I'm like, you guys are disgusting, man. Like,
the fat boy slander is crazy of it, yo.
Like, yo, have some fucking like some restraint, motherfuckers. Like,
well, they named it the Fat Boys. I mean, they kind of did. I mean, it was kind of corny to it. It got, by the time they got to the Beach Boys song, that wasn't for me. You know what I mean? I understand
and the Chubby Chucker shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See.
But that wasn't people from us. That didn't come from us. That came from the Suits. You know what I mean? We know that that's not what they was doing. You know what I mean?
That's not what they was doing. But it's hard to see, like when you do it, you did it. You still did it.
You did it.
You still did it. I mean, like, you fucking did it. Like, you out there, come on, baby.
You got to give a little bit of props because at some point, they end up with their own movies. And if they hadn't have done that fuck shit, maybe they wouldn't have got the movies.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know the chronology of what happened first, but I'm thinking that was the initiation ritual, so you can get to the movie.
Yeah, that shit is whack to me though, man. You know what I mean? Like, because we know, and that's the thing. We know what you're about, and that's what makes some of this hard for me with some of these artists. You know, we get into it like it's like you come from real cloth, so then when you go and do that fuck shit, Buster and his beach balls and shit, like you like, yo, what the fuck is you niggas doing? So. You know, I fucked with the Fat Boys. I mean, they definitely carved out a place in hip hop history. But honestly, that food shit started getting out of control to me. I'm like, y'all need to.
Hey, 3 people are drowning, but you could only save 1. Who you throwing a life preserver to? Cardi B, Charleston White, or Boosie? And you can't say none of them.
Charleston White.
You say what?
Because Charleston White actually makes sense sometimes. And people have to understand that, like, when you're just paying attention to how someone talks, because I'm a victim of this. If I'm all rah, 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 people get up in their feelings and take it all personal. But if I'm talking, using different words. So Charleston, this cat, he says some shit, but he says it in a way to ruffle feathers. And that's exactly what he does. But so out of all of them, to me, he at least makes sense some of the time.
They say you can have a shot of brown liquor with one person, only one. Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, Charles Barkley.
Stephen A. I fucks with Stephen A.
Really?
Yeah, I fucks with Stephen A. And I can relate to being a black man that goes against, that doesn't toe the fucking black company line and is not a black apologist for everything black, and he's not, and I fucks with that because I'm not that either, and sometimes that's a hard road to toe when you don't think everything black is fucking just super dope, because it's not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some black shit is fucked up, and so like when you call out shit, they be like, oh, you just. What are you talking about? Another black man? Who do? Because the nigga needs to be corrected, you stupid motherfuckers. So yeah.
Now. But I think Stephen A. probably doesn't have a moral center. That's what I think about Stephen A. fucking Smith. I don't know where the fuck he stands. And I don't want to go all the way getting the fucking politics, but your ass show up on Sean Hannity's show, and Sean Hannity is one of the most disgusting purveyors of misinformation and hate that TV has ever fucking produced. And you just separate that shit and you say, that's my friend, and you go on this fucking show. No, somebody needs to hold this man accountable for the harm that he's doing to certain fucking communities with the words that he's fucking spewing, and a candidate, especially one who I'm not going to name, that he continues to back. Do you remember that show Small Wonder?
Hold on, let me just go back to what you just said, because this is for the record. Yeah. Like, I know. I don't really pay attention to much of this shit. And if any news I kind of get, it's through IG. And if I find it interesting enough, then I go look into it. So all the shit you just shared, I didn't know. I watched his commentary on like through IG. So I'm just gonna keep it on with that. Yeah,
and that's not and for anybody that's watching, that's no reason for, that's not me shaming anybody that's a Stephen A. Smith fan. I still rock with him. I still look at his stuff like he's not in the same category as Ice Cube for me yet. You know what I mean? But I do want to offer my brother, who I really do like, Stephen A. Smith, I want to push on my people a little bit. The same way certain people think we don't love America because we criticize America. No, we criticize America because we do love America. Right? We want to see America get better. That's just like, listen, they say, well, this is what happened, but look what's going on. No. I'm not talking about them. I live here. I'm criticizing us. You know what I mean? Just like if somebody in my house and they don't know how to clean their room, yo, clean your room up. The shit messy. You know what I mean? You talk to your people. So we talk to America. I'm talking to Stephen A. Smith. You know what you're doing. Listen, Small Wonder I was talking about. Remember that show?
With the robot and shit?
Yes. Listen, what's your thoughts on that show? I want to know your thoughts.
I thought it was some weird ass shit, and I did not fuck with that show.
You didn't watch Small Wonder? That show was so dope.
I'm fantastic.
What? I hated that shit. That shit.
Oh my God. It's a fucking, that was the first, look, in my lifetime, that was the first time that they put on TV what they consider to be a human robot. Like, she's a real actress. but she's a kid and she's playing a robot. They got the hatch in the back where you could like mess with the wires. She used to short circuit and shit like that.
Some shit, yo, it's just weird. Like I'll see a certain image or something, and it just freaks me out, and I'm done with it. And so I saw like 2 episodes of that shit, and I was like, this shit is too weird for me. Too weird.
So what kind of shows was you watching when you was like 14, 13?
A lot of Arsenio.
Yes.
A lot of Arsenio.
Culture shifter, Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, yo, listen, and this was back in hip hop era when cats were, 3 Times Dope did Funky Dividends live on our Arsenio Hall show.
Come on now.
They did a scenario like so. There was a lot of these shows. Even we saw how many joints were broken on fucking in Living Color as far as records were going. They did Dwick on In Living Color. They did mad shit. So this was back when you could see the dope shit on the fucking television, on the TV. And this is why, Mike, I always say, our era was different. Like, stop complaining, because we could turn on BET, we could turn on MTV, Video Music Box, and see this shit. You could turn on Yo MTV Raps, whatever it was, in Living Color, and see the dopest shit of all time. We got lucky. The commercial shit was the dope shit. That's all. It could have been polka music. It just happened to be this hip hop shit. The commercial shit was the dope shit. Ain't No Half Steppin' was on the motherfucking radio. One of the best songs of all time.
Every day.
We could talk about an underground artist right now who we like, this motherfucker is fire. And we know that if it came out in 88, 99, or 92, it'd be a different story. But it's not. Like, we were turning on the TV, radio, and watching Guru, Positivity Joint, Manifest on TV at like 9, 10 years old. So this was why I just said we got lucky. We were born when we were born. And that
we used to be able to come home. I'm a little bit older than you, I think. And then we used to come home and every day you turn on Rap City or something like that, and they would be playing the fucking symphony.
Almost every other day, yeah. Facts.
Like, and you people are probably looking at me like, why are you tripping? Because it was the symphony. You had to be there. I'm getting caught up. Styles P said weed is trash now. I say he been smoking good for 30 years, and he just has to smoke more and more to get the same high. What do you say about what Styles P had to say about weed not as strong as it used to be?
I think weed is stronger than ever, and I smoke a lot, but I think it's stronger than ever because everyone's a scientist now. So you're in the lab doing shit. They got all these crazy names like ain't no butt fuck strain or whatever, like just up your asshole straight, like weird shit. These strains be crazy, like strains. So I think the weeds, but I smoke a lot and I gotta smoke mad blunts. You know what I'm saying? And like your tolerance gets higher. You know what I'm saying? So, but Styles P should be getting fucking banging trees. I mean, I don't know what, like, of all, he should have a pretty good connect.
You got a great thing you do on your page called That's Trash B.
Yeah, Trash B Tuesday. When you really analyze 90s R&B, the majority of artists that dropped in the 90s came out in the 90s. Most of that shit was trash. That was doo-doo.
And can you explain what the concept of that is before I ask you this next question?
But it started when I was, I call out cars and if I hear music out loud in public, that's where it started. Like, as far as me just saying that. So like somebody be out in public or whatever, and I hear some shit come out of the car and I record, yo, that's Trash B. So start yelling at him. So stuck, made some t-shirts, all that shit or whatever. So I say it for, anything. So I started, people like it. So people love rants. They love a good rant, right? So I just started taking the rants and framing. So do a Trash B Tuesday where the audience, followers, whatever, I hate that word, they select something that's Trash B, typically in hip hop. And I pick it. If I pick theirs, they get some stickers or I send them a download of some music.
I'm gonna read this from my phone. Right. I want you to expound upon this. This is on your page.
Okay.
Now, I want to talk about your page a little bit.
All right, let's get it.
Because this is where I know you from, and it's a very important page, a very entertaining page. Y'all got to follow this man. Trust me when I tell you this. So you said on your page, I hate when people be like, I'm from such and such before they fight. My guy, As long as you ain't from Asgard or Wakanda, we can run it. Talk to me about this thing.
I post memes I resonate with, and I certainly resonate with that. I mean, people always, and listen, think about it. This is why niggas from New York go other places and get fucked up all the time in hip hop. You always hearing about a New York nigga getting fucked up out of town because they take that New York belly attitude with them and they get stomped out somewhere. It doesn't matter where you at. You go to Tennessee, there's real niggas in Memphis, there's real niggas in Nashville, there's real niggas in Arkansas. So, you know what I mean? Like, people don't gotta understand, the hood is everywhere, man. There's a hood not too far from me. It's tucked in like the fucking woods. And you got this one way in and one way out. And like, I drove over there one time, and shit was crazy. So, just expound on the meme, man. Like, yeah, of course. Like, anybody can get it. I'm not from New York. I'm from Connecticut. People shit on us. Nobody gives a fuck about Connecticut. People be like, oh, where's that? I'm like, oh, it's near New York. Oh, okay.
I'm from 131st Street, nigga. What are you talking about? Let's run it. So let's talk about why you so savage to people on your page.
No.
Yeah, let's get into that shit.
We can talk about it, but you got me wrong, though. Okay. So let me break them up and give you the fucking breakdown. Because you've done a video on this, all right?
Let me tell you what I saw just real quick. I'm making it real quick, let you get back in. Pardon me for interrupting.
Define savage.
Somebody might come on your page. I don't even know if I got the right screen shit about it right now. But here's an example of you savaging somebody. Here's an example of somebody you savaging somebody on your page.
All right.
More crying about Joe Budden, who you be taking Joe up top a lot on your page. That's number one, right? So somebody said to you, damn, what did Joe ever do to you to have you dick riding like this? How about go listen to music 1 through 3 before you start talking about an artist's work, or just keep praising the mediocre BS that's out now and go about your day. And you got 4 laughing faces and you crying. So did you block that particular guy?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Okay. And so you went in on fucking Joe Budden. First of all, what's the problem with Joe?
Oh, he's a goofy. I mean, that thing is, as far as Joe Budden, he's a goofy. I mean, like, so listen, okay, check out your first introduction. I don't give a fuck about no mixtapes. First of all, people are like, yo, it's mixtapes. If you got a reference of niggas mixtapes, that's what I said in one of the posts. That says a lot about you as an artist right there. So his first real introduction to the world was what? Pump it up. What the fuck is that horse shit? Like, that's your introduction to the world. I'm supposed to take you serious as an MC after you come out with Pump It Up. Move the dirt, the cane to get it, ooh, the cane to get it, ooh. Fuck out of here. That's goofy number one. Like, I could never take him as serious as an MC. You came out with Pump It Up. That was your debut. You don't lead with the commercial shit, nigga. You lead with the real shit. Get everybody, and then they fuck with you, and then you can do your little fucking Pump It Up shit. You don't come out with Pump It Up shit, then expect niggas to fucking take you serious after that. Fuck out of here. And my man, Elder Sensei, like I say, he said on the page, he goes, Jersey don't claim him. Fuck that nigga. That nigga corny. Then, let's go, you asked. Now, let's go to his show. He's a cornball. He's a goofball. It's a fucking, like, yo, his interviews are corny. He's goofy. He's just goofy, and he's a fucking shit show starter. And the fucked up thing though is that when I don't shave, and when niggas want to clown me, like, so here's the name. When niggas clown me all the time on base, try to talk shit, they say I'm a wannabe Joe Budden.
And I will say this in Joe Budden's defense, because I can't name 4 Joe Budden records. Okay, but when I agree with you that you come with your real street shit first, and then you grow into the fucking pop thing. But I thought at the time, because I recognized that play when it happened, I was like, damn, that's a pretty pop record to come out with. But I liked the play at the time because it was a club banger. Like, if you was in the club, that Pump It Up they was playing it, bro. And that was getting people hyped in the club. Like, it was like the real hip hop heads, and y'all niggas out there know what I'm talking about. The real hip hop heads, when that song would come on in the club, you felt like you had something. Because it's like, oh, this song got a lot of energy to it, but that dude is lightweight spitting. Now, you would say he ain't spitting.
So I'll say this. I mean, Just keep it a buck. I wasn't in those I was in the clubs, but I wasn't in those types of clubs. I wasn't in any spot that was gonna play Pump It Up because niggas would whoever played Pump It Up in any spot that I was in would have gotten fucking yoked off them tables.
Damn. He said Jersey, and they say Jersey don't claim him.
Fucking artisan bread with aioli dookie.
Yo, so tell me what will make you send somebody to the Essence, or in other words, block them.
Now let's just say you're at home, and somebody just shows up at your home. You're at your house, wherever you live, and somebody just shows up at your home, uninvited, comes in, sits on your couch, starts criticizing your furniture, pictures on the wall, how you decorated, what you fed them. You'd be like, yo, get the fuck up out of my shit, nigga. Done. And nobody would question it. My page is an extension of me and my house. So the same rules that apply to my personal space, if somebody came up in my face talking shit, they'd catch a two-piece or something would happen to them. The same, or I would walk away or whatever, you know what I mean? I block people in real life all the time. The same thing happens. So that's the thing. So the rules of, I just take my real life rules and apply them to social media. People act as if social media, this shit just doesn't fly. It's just a free for all. My page is not a free for all. Think about this. You're a little older, right? Back in the day, there were like Yahoo groups and news groups and chat groups. What? They had moderators, and you couldn't just come in there and say whatever the fuck you wanted. Sports and shit. You had to be fucking polite. Same shit. There's rules on my page, and the people that have been on my page for 6-7 years, I disagree with them on music all the time and stuff. They're just not assholes. So that's the thing. Just don't be an asshole. Don't come in my shit. You should. Here's the thing. I guess here's some things to not do to people that are following from this interview.
Rules are coming.
You should post more of. Why did you post? Don't. That's not. That's out of pocket. What? Shut the fuck up. Here's the thing. I'm the king on my shit. You're the king on your shit. And that's the beauty of it, right? Like, I run shit. I'm the illest nigga. There's nobody more ill than me on my page. It can't be. That space is reserved for me. So don't come on. People come in and they try to and I see the subtle shit. Like, they come on and they'll try to tell stories about their lives and shit through my page. And no, take your fucking long ass stories to your shit. Or they'll come on, I'll post a popular joint from a group and they'll be like, well, that's dope, but I like the other one. Fuck the other one. You go post that on your shit. This is my shit. It's like Raekwon, you know what I'm saying? The Cuban League, my shit. This is my shit. That's all. So house rules, like you, and that's the best analogy I got. You wouldn't let somebody come in your crib and just talk to you any kind of way. So I always say it's not about disagreeing with me. People think that if you disagree with me, or if you like some shit that I do not like, we can even talk about that. But you're not gonna fucking come on my page and be like, oh, tomorrow, why are you always posting the East Coast this and that, or oh, show some love to the West. You don't see the post no. Shut up! Don't complain. Nobody has a bigger voice than me on my page. I have the last word. And here's the thing: this philosophy should be for everybody. You all should move like this on your shit, and you will have peace.
You go hard on the drumless shit. Why? You don't mess with. Can I name names of artists that you don't listen to, or would that just be too much? Just to talk about drumless loose, because we know who we talking about.
Okay, so let's break it down, though. I mean, like, it's not just hating. It's, first of all, it's easier to rhyme over those. You don't have to be on beat. You can just kind of say some slick shit and get away with it, but because it's slick. So you don't have to be you really don't have to be a dope MC to rhyme over it. So it's easier for you to rhyme over it. To me, that's red flag right there. It's slow. For me, my hip hop is, I don't know how to do that if anything, I'm trying to put toothpicks in my eyes to stay awake. So it's slow. It's kind of boring. Now I could do a song on a project. I don't mind that. And some artists do it really well. Planet Asia does it really well. Willie the Kid does it really well. And Planet Asia is my man. You know what? I don't want to hear 10 tracks from Planet Asia of no drumless shit. And I tell he knows this. Like, I don't want to hear from Willie the Kid. I don't want to hear from nobody. No 10 tracks in a row of no Sleepy Time Benadryl shit. Like, put some drums behind that shit. Hip hop means drums. The drums are the heartbeat of hip hop. They're the foundation of this shit. And like, at least a fucking little something. And it's lazy when it's just looped the fuck over. That's some lazy shit. When the whole shit is just a loop. That's lazy too. So it's lazy from the MC perspective, and it's lazy from the producer perspective. And only a few people can do it really well in either lane.
My small pushback on that, because I get everything you're saying. It is valid. The drums, it's being a heartbeat of it. But Rock Marciano on drumless, like you listen to an album like, let's say, Marcielago. Incredible fucking album. He's got a flow, whether or not he's got drums under him or not. The shit that he say is so fucking slick. Like, it's clever, lyrical, it's hard body bars. You know what I mean? You listen to Rock?
No. So
wait a minute. So you never heard Rock say, carbine out the window, process the info. You never heard that shit before?
I haven't listened to Rock Marciano since he was like flip mode. Really, I mean, in terms of, or that's the Rock Marciano that I fuck with more.
When he say lime green Gallardo, I'm like Marlo without the scar though. You know how come go, the AR shot fit over the collarbone. I bone 5 holes of Ferragamos.
So let me point out one critical point there that we're both neglecting, right?
Yeah.
The critical point here, and Planet Asia and I talked about it, is that for this drumless stuff, is that there's no like, it's about the bars, right? It's clearly, and this is the thing, it's clearly more about the lyrics than it is the beat. It's about somebody saying some fly shit, but saying it dope. And Rock Marcy, he's on his shit right now, so he's flipping it all crazy, right? I know he is. I know he's flipping it all crazy. There's a few cats out there. Ito rhymes over this stuff. Your man. Like, he flips it kind of crazy on some stuff. Like, so it's about the bars. And so here's the thing for me, Mike, it'll always be about a complete song. Beats and bars need to balance. And so that's the difference for me. So let's just look at it from that. It's an imbalance for me if somebody is just crushing it lyrically, like, and no beats behind it. Because I want to fucking feel that. All that shit that he's saying, all that slick shit he's saying, I want to hear that over a beat. Conversely, if I hear a fucking banging beat, there's a lot of banging beats out there in hip hop, and niggas is trash over them. I can't fuck with that either. I can't nod my head to that because I'm like, yo, this nigga's whack. Get somebody on here who can spit. So there it is. There's the imbalance. You just talk about bars. Yeah, the bars. I'm like the bars, but this beat is lacking, and the bars for me are too overpowering for that beat. I needed the balance. It's not a balanced track. So that's the thing.
This is what I really, for the longest time, this is the thing that the day when I said, I gotta invite this guy onto the show. What is the problem with Nas?
Well, Nas, if there was ever a golden child in hip hop and rap music, a chosen one, the motherfucking, it was Nas, right?
The baby Jesus?
Messiah.
Simba?
Hold that motherfucker up, right? It was Nas. Live at the Barbecue, Back to the Grill Again, then Illmatic, and you're like, what? And then it was written about, and then some things got different. And then it got a little, I fucked with some shit on the I Am and the Nostradamus, but there was some like, you're like, what's this? You're kind of skipping through some shit. But you kind of gave it a pass because it was Nas. That's Nas. Like, what? Like, and then I fast forward to like 2016, 2018, Nas was still my number 2 MC of all time. As recently as 2017.
He was your number what?
Number 2 MC of all time.
And you had at number 1, who?
Number 1 is KRS-One. So Nas, he was that. So that just tell you how highly I hold Nas. but he started making fuck shit, and so you can't really look back at his projects, people like, and you look at a lot of shit, and there's a lot of suspect music, and there's some trash on a lot of shit, and you're just like, wow. And the thing is, people give him the pass because he's Nas, and I can't do that, because here's the thing: legacy means totality. It's the entire spectrum. It's not just what we think is convenient. It's not just the bad shit. It's not just the good shit. It's all of it. So it's Illmatic, plus it's rap, whatever, with a country flavor. Rap Don with a country flavor. That little Nas X shit.
Wait a minute.
Old country road.
When did my man Nas? When did Nas Escobar mix country music with? You're not talking about. We're talking about Nas right now.
Yeah, you know that shit. You don't know that shit he did with the little Nas X kid.
Oh, the shit he did with Lil Nas X. I act like it didn't happen.
Exactly, and you're a part of the fucking problem, Mike. You're a part of the problem. You ostrich head sticking in the sand, motherfuckers. You guys are part of the problem.
I can't do it.
It didn't happen. Legacy. It's all of it. It's that bullshit. You acted like it didn't happen. Look at you forgot about it. No. So then there we go.
I completely forgot.
So I look at the whole career, and the whole career starts getting spotty after like the first 3 albums, and I just can't. I can't just. Deny.
Okay. Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. You said legacy. The entire body of work is some duds in there. It's some misfires. It's some shit he never should even consider fucking doing. But throughout his career, we still get Got Yourself a Gun, right? We still get fucking Made You Look, right? We still get albums because like Mastermind.
We get songs, but not albums. We've gotten some good songs.
Mastermind season coming, like right. You got that song. You got the shit that he did with fucking. I think the shit he did with R. Kelly on the remix. On the remix.
Don't you have a Zoom?
Dreamer. Listen. The shit he did with Lauryn Hill. If I Ruled the World.
Yeah. Listen.
Wait. One mic.
Banger.
Echo. Even though I know you probably feel the same way about Swizz as I do, but Echo was a fucking good song. The Everything. Have you seen the video and heard the song for Everything where the kid gets shot outside the store?
People do anything to be involved in everything. Inclusion is a hell of a drug. So people have everything they probably ever wanted in life and never have enough. I had everything. I could change anything. If I changed anything, I mean anything, I would change everything. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, you gotta see the video for Everything. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry when you see the video. Look, brunch on Sundays.
Oh God, look. Here you go. Here's the thing.
King's Disease, the whole King's Disease shit.
The whole King's Disease shit is questionable at best, with the exception of the third one. The third one actually is pretty decent. It was the first King's Disease I posted. That the King's Disease, this is the thing. For me, until that last King's Disease, to me, Nas hadn't put out a good project in the past 12, 13 years.
What year did Life is Good come out?
Exactly. 08. So like 12, 13 years. So that's what I'm saying. Thank you. Okay, let's compare Nas to G-Rap. At 54, older than Nas, Juice Crew early shit, still doing it at a high level, quality material, and hasn't done any of that fuck. I mean,
no fuckery.
There's a sprinkle here and there, but you got to dig for it. Really, you'd be like, oh, that's G-Rap. What the fuck? Like, but so
he did. The way G-Rap got a song with Shakira.
No, he got. I think there's some shit where you're like, well, it's kind of goofy, like almost poppy or whatever.
It was a check. Somebody gave him a check.
Probably, we got to eat, kids in college or whatever. But that's what I'm saying. Like Nas, the expectation is higher, and it's high, and it's like, to me, based on Illmatic. I'm not saying everything has to be Illmatic, but damn, man, like you go from Illmatic to Lil Nas X, you got your fans wanting to forget shit you've done because it's so fucking bad.
Nas, you broke my heart, Nas. Broke my heart with that one, Nas. But let's say this. True or false? Hip Hop Hall of Fame Nas, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Yes.
Like his impact on the culture is just crazy.
Absolutely.
He did it. He did it. He wrote. He rhymed the whole song backwards.
Absolutely. I mean, like, no, and that can't, like, we have to be objective, man, and that's always my goal with this shit.
Yeah.
I may wild out and rant about something, but I'm not gonna get it out of perspective and say shit is like say shit like he doesn't belong there or anything like that. Nas frustrates me, and that is my problem with Nas because
But then when you go in,
I expect more because he's Nas. I expect Nas like shit, not no bullshit. And that's what he be putting out sometimes.
I know I have seen a post of yours where the words Dookie Juice appear in the same paragraph as Nas.
Because whatever it was I was talking about was Dookie Juice. I mean, it was.
I'm sorry, Queensbridge. Nas owes you an apology. I'm just saying. I got Queensbridge behind me. He owes Queensbridge an apology for that one. What's your problem with Bokeem Woodbine?
Oh, he's just a goofy. He's a terrible actor who's gotten by somehow.
Okay, man.
What's the scene that pisses you off the most from Bokeem Woodbine?
Oh, it's any scene from Strapped. I mean, Strapped is the ultimate Bokeem Woodbine fail. Like, Strapped is Bokeem. If you look up goofy dumb nigga in a dictionary, it's Bokeem Woodbine from Strapped. GDN, okay? Goofy dumb nigga. If you look up GDN, it's Bokeem Whackbine or Bokeem Trashbine. Sorry, you got to get it right. Bokeem Whackbine, and he's always got that look on his face like he's about to take a shit, or he's happy that he just took a shit, or he's taking a shit. It's always some shitty look. He's just shitty. And so I love having it's either him or Nicolas Cage, Shitless Cage, because they're just shitty.
Are you trying to tell me that watching a Nicolas Cage movie is not entertaining?
I fuck with Con Air. I fuck with Con Air heavy. I fuck with National Treasure. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can't look at Nicolas' his face too long. I mean, he's a comfortable face. There's some.
What else was Bokeem Woodbine in? He was in some other shit. He's a good actor.
No, he's not. He's not.
And then you had a thing. You had Battle of the Trash Niggas. Bokeem Woodbine versus Michael B. Jordan.
Oh God! Oh, Killmonger! Fucking Wallace from The Wire. Michael B. Jordan is got to be the lane. He's our new black hero or whatever. This nigga is not Wesley Snipes. This nigga, prime Wesley Snipes, prime Michael. That nigga's Wallace. He's a crackhead.
He is the new Wesley Snipes.
Where's Wallace String? He's a crackhead.
He is the new Wesley Snipes.
That nigga.
Michael B. Jordan is killing the game.
He's killing nothing. He looks like a fucking little rat too. He's corny. That Creed shit. They should have he's a whack. That nigga's garbage.
Okay,
garbage.
So along that same line, I have recently decided over the past 7 days, I've decided to stop hating on DJ Khaled because his energy is so positive. He's always winning, and his promo is crazy. Thoughts?
Yeah, I don't have the same sentiment. I mean, fuck DJ Khaled. I mean, I don't know. He's a goofy. Listen, this is what I care about, Mike. I care about the culture. I care about hip hop, and he's not about hip hop. So here's the thing, and this is where we always have to kind of qualify the conversation. So the things that you mentioned, I don't really care about your positive message if you're shitting on the culture simultaneously and you're fucking pumping out music that is fucking this mindless bullshit. So I don't fuck with. I mean, everybody got to hustle and grind. There's a lot of people that hustle and grind that are also putting out good music, that are also doing positive things for the culture. So I choose to fuck with those people rather than people that leech off the culture like him. And so I think he's got some positive messages. I've seen some videos and stuff like that, but it's Puffy's got positive messages too. But Puffy's also a fucking snake. He's also a certified fucking vulture, snake nigga. So
regarding Drake, can you and I agree that he got some bangers?
No, we cannot agree that he's got some bangers.
He ain't got no song that you would listen to at all, not one. Diplomatic Immunity, you ever heard that?
There is one song that because I've said this before, and I'd be lying if I said there is one song that I heard that is okay, and then I realized it's called "The City Is Mine." It's really old, it was behind a DeMar DeRozan like video on YouTube, like highlight video. It was like The City Is Mine or something. He's talking about, he spells out Toronto or some shit. But when I told that to my daughter, she was like, "Oh, that was even before he was Drake or some shit." So no. Let's no.
I think Mob Ties. I think Hold On.
You're talking. Yo, you could be talking. You might as well be talking Chinese.
Because you never heard these songs.
Oh, no.
You got to hear Mob Ties.
Zero tolerance policy here. Zero tolerance. We don't do that, Mike.
His R&B songs.
I really like you as a person, but like, yeah, like
he got some good R&B joints too. Big Amount with 2 Chainz is a great song.
You lost me. You lost me. Abort, retry, fail.
Let me get thoughts on Pusha T versus Jim Jones. Can't wait to hear this.
Trash versus trash. I mean, I don't fuck with Pusha T. I mean, I've heard him spit on some shit. I
don't fuck with Push either. I'm not in it. When he was with the Clips, first couple albums, I was good with him. I don't know what everybody's seeing Pusha right now. I don't get it.
I don't know. Jim Jones is Jim Jones. He's a goofy. Dipset is goofy to me. The whole squad is corny. So
think about Jim. Every time he get a good verse, it's like a fucking video. You know, like when you was a bad kid in school for like the whole year, and you showed up and you was good one day. How the teacher just treated you so fucking good. He was just amazed because you was good that one day. Yeah. That's how I feel about when Jim Jones, like Emotionless, is a really good Jim Jones song.
Clock is correct twice a day, so I mean, I guess that's to me that sums up Jim Jones' rap career.
How did you connect with Brother Jay from X Clan?
Same way I connect with a lot of people. I mean, I posted a lot of cats or whatever, showed a lot of love. He jumped on the page, started fucking with the page, and then I hit him up and we did an initial show. He came on my show, like 3 years ago now or whatever, and it went really well, and then I approached him about doing a monthly build, like on hip hop related topics, but it's Brother Jay, you know what I'm saying? So
Brother Jay is a treasure.
Yes, he is.
Flat out. And that's a great show. I've seen this show. It's a great show to watch you and him build on there. What did To the East Blackwards do for you when it came out?
To the East Blackwards, Public Enemy. It gave me some fight. You know what I'm saying? Some step up. Like, yo, like we pushing forward. Like it was some energy behind that music, man. And I was
self-pride.
It was 89. So I was 12, 13 years old. So at the prime years too, you gotta remember, right? That's 12. Those are critical years for a young man, any person. So like you said, pride and and it was also a great time for hip hop, man, because there was just so many different lanes of hip hop out there and rap music that you could rock with. You could see X Clan, Public Enemy, NWA, Moni, whatever, all on the same bill. Native Tongue, De La Soul. So
yeah,
it was powerful, man. That really like.
Ain't that odd how me and you was coming up? When we was coming up, we listened to Guru. We listened to NWA. We listened to LL Cool J. We listened to Poor Righteous Teachers. We listened to KRS-One. We listened to Public. See, that Brand Nubian. I mean, like nowadays is so. Like if you got a guy that's real stuck on the game, if he listening to the trap shit, he not going back to Get the Souls of Mischief shit. I mean, he's not listening to Lupe Fiasco at all. A lot of the time. But us, when we came up, we listened because the metric was, is this dude rhyming? Is he saying something that's making my jaw drop? Right? Like, oh shit, you heard what he said? And they might say that on a LL Cool J cut, or he might say that on fucking 100 Miles and Running. You know what I mean? But we appreciated it from the musical standpoint. Now everybody is like in their own little fucking lane. Like, and I know you probably do agree with this, but I want to get your thoughts on it because I've often said this is a concentrated effort, deliberate by the industry to remove those powerful voices that was empowering young black people, especially young black men. Because there was a time, you want to talk about 1989, you want to talk about Fight the Power, we want to talk about the Spike Lee movie, Do the Right Thing, right? And this is a label, major label, still spending money on this kind of message. The title is fucking Fight the Power. Imagine what the song is about if you ain't heard the motherfucker. After that, they wasn't putting no money, no real major label money behind people like Brand Nubian and people that was giving knowledge. And we started to move a little bit, right? I understand the gangster shit. Everybody want to down the gangster shit. I was like, no, I really love the gangster shit. I really love the street shit. I really love the Mobb Deep shit, right? But now we get to the point where they done brainwashed our people so much now that now a nigga won't listen to nothing but the mumble. And then when I try to put you on to Ransom, you telling me you bored. So I'm looking at my people that look like me in the face, and I'm stunned because everything I'm presenting to you that's got any intellectual value to it, you say, hell no, that's whack. Your brain is now wired to shit on the best parts of your fucking culture because the nigga, let's be honest. I mean, I love Rick James, but let's say, Give It To Me, Baby, ain't gonna be like, you know what I mean? It's not Gershwin. It's not Anita Baker. It's great fucking song. But if everything was Give It To Me, Baby in R&B, and if I let you hear some Phil Perry, and you say, Phil Perry boring. I'd rather, bruh, you shitting on your own culture. I've said, I know you probably do agree with this, even though you have criticized Nas. I've said that Nas is one of the greatest wordsmiths, not just in hip hop, but all time across the entirety of fucking time. Your best poets, your Frost, Yeats, all of these, your James Baldwin as a writer, all of these people. Nas is in the same league as the all-time great over the centuries. That's where Nas is. Now, that nigga Tum Tum that had a fucking song out a while ago, and like '05 when everybody was fucking snapping and doing all that motherfucking, the Franchise Boys, that shit don't go on the national goddamn registry. Know what I mean? And it's fine if you want to listen to Back That Ass Up. It's good for the fucking barbecue. I ain't hating on the dance music. But goddamn, when I try to bring you the best of the culture, the same fucking niggas that'll talk about how we need to support each other, y'all niggas don't support the highest level of the wordplay in this fucking game. I just went on a rant, my apologies. But we so bifurcated, if you want to say that, even though that's only two, but we in different fucking sections. Like, how do we raise up the next generation to start to accept all of it? And like we did when we was coming up.
I don't think we'll ever get to a good place with it now. I think it's too fractured. So I think the best we can do is damage control, and we kind of like catch who we can save in terms of, there's a lot of young people on my page that fuck with real shit. So I nurture those relationships, and they're respectful, and you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of young people out there that fuck with this shit. But here's the problem. They're outcasts in their own community. If you're 22 years old and you fuck with Hyro and Black Moon and Smith & Wesson, and you fuck with, you're a fucking weirdo. So you gotta understand, these kids in their peer groups are fucking nerds and losers because they fuck with this real ass shit. And so that's a problem there, because your peer group is often your strongest influence. After like, I think it was a study, it was like after like 12 or something, like your peer group is like a major influence over your parents. So, I think all we can do is try to teach.
Let me talk about my son. He was born in 93.
Okay, my daughter was born in 95.
Favorite song is 93 to Infinity. My son. These your peoples.
Right.
I mean, so's the Mischief.
That's good. That's good parenting.
Yeah, thank you. And they brought my son recently. I want to say a couple years ago. They did a show where my son is at right now. And they brought my son on stage. Because on the back of I took him to get his tattoo at 17. He said, Dad, I want to get a tattoo. What you want? What? What you trying to get? He said, I want to get 93 to Infinity, the name of that song on my back. I said, nigga, let's go. I said, I'm gonna make sure this shit get designed right, so that bitch gonna always look good. Went to the best motherfucker I could find. They put that bitch in fucking script, shoulder to shoulder. 93 to infinity, and they brought him on the stage and showed his tattoo off. Much love to them niggas, man. Thoughts on Anthony Davis?
Sucker ass, bitch ass nigga. He's a BAN, bitch ass nigga, FDN. Fuck that nigga. I didn't want him when he came to the Lakers. Super talented, all world ass nigga. Nigga's made out of air. I don't know. Yo, he's made out of nothing. Look at my wife. Yo, she knows how much I fucking hate this nigga. Yo, I hate this nigga because he's so tantalizingly good, right?
Yeah.
Big man, played point guard up until 8th grade, so we got point guard handle.
Yeah.
Turnaround jumper, got the 3, got the post game, even though he should play more inside.
Yeah.
He's a point guard. So he's frustrating, he's maddening. Fuck the bubble chip. I'm a diehard Laker fan, by the way. So fuck the bubble chip. It means nothing to me.
What was that?
Fuck Anthony Davis. Yo, don't get me hyped, man. We got to do a part 2, my G.
I saw your wifey pick the Roots Philadelphia Half-Life as one of her favorites. What stands out about that album for you?
These guys were in their bag, man. I mean, all early Roots shit. They're one of my favorite groups. I mean, that album is just, it brings back memories. It's grimy. It's kind of, I say it's kind of for the Roots. It's kind of grimy. I mean, the Roots people think are all like, oh, they're a band and stuff like these are street niggas, man. Like Black Thought is a street nigga. They just happen to be talented at music and stuff like that. And so I like the street element of that album because it wasn't like, yo, we're doing this, we're out blasting shit, but they were just the landscape. They were showing the landscape. Right?
Yes.
The urban like fucking jungle, the gray skies, the fucking, skies, the colors shade like gray like heron, like that type of shit. So
and still saying it in a way that only we can understand.
Right. So, and I also like them because, I respect niggas that's not from New York that can fucking get busy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I even being so close to New York, but not being from New York, we got shit on a lot. So like, I respect anybody that's not from New York or LA in this hip hop shit is like a fucking.
And that album has a ton of bangers on it. But what about the tour de force that is Concerto of the Desperado?
Like magical. Magical. Like, listen, Black Thought. Can we say this though about Black Thought? Can we say that he's gotten better? Can we agree on that? That he's gotten better.
How though?
Like
how though?
Here's how. I'll tell you why. This should happen though. This should happen. You drinking Kool-Aid?
I'm gonna edit this part out. This is I never tell people what's in the cup.
No, here's how he got better because you should get better as an MC when you get older. More life experiences, more things going on. Vocabulary should be more extensive. So we should never be surprised when we hear a G-Rap at 54 putting out bangers. We should never be surprised about this because they should be better. This isn't football where you tear an Achilles or your knee starts giving out, or basketball or some shit, or you get like a hip shit, Bo Jackson shit, nigga.
Give me one word on these. What I'm about to hit you with. Rick Ross.
Trash.
Planet Asia.
Otherworldly.
Elder Sensei.
Consistency.
Pete Davidson.
Beetlejuice.
Elon Musk.
Dangerous.
Oprah.
Porky.
Rakim.
Oh, well, he's my number 2. I'll say 2.
Nick Cannon.
Goofy.
Kendrick Lamar.
Potential.
Terry Crews.
Goofy.
Don Lemon.
Meh.
I fuck with you, Don. Hey, Tucker Carlson.
Divisive.
Popeye's Chicken.
I'll paraphrase. I'll say preface this by saying I haven't eaten meat in 20-something years. But tasty.
Trust me, it is, especially the spicy. Larry June.
What's that?
Larry June.
Unfamiliar.
West Coast on that Slick Pimp Player shit. Brother Jay.
Wisdom.
And that's a great way to end it because you brought a lot of that to this platform today. Honor to have you. Of course, we're going to fucking do it again. And thank you for joining me on the Mike Power Show. This was special. It was a long time coming. And I honestly appreciate you being here. Y'all got to go follow this man's page. Y'all got to see his show with Brother Jay. What's the name of it? What is it called again?
I'll do my little plugs. Can I do my plugs? Yeah. The link is in our profile. So you go to @Carrying the Culture on the IG. All our links are there. So our YouTube channel is there for all 130 episodes of the Carrying Culture Show. Like everybody from Fredro, Shaheem, Bernadette Price, Drez, Kwame, like fucking legends. And underground heads, graffiti writers, DJs, whatever. And check that out. We also do our monthly show, Brother Jay, called Constant Elevation. That's the first Wednesday of each month. That's on our YouTube channel. And then we have a monthly show, but they're on tour right now. We have a monthly show with our man A+. Very happy. This is my baby here. It's called what's the name of our show? Talking Crazy. Talking Crazy with our man A+. It's a monthly show on mental health. It's two friends talking, burning it down, having candid discussions about guilt, fear, anxiety, and how we work through that shit. We're not doctors, but we're sharing from personal experience. We're sharing from things we've done, seminars, workshops, and things or whatever. And so we're taking a break because they're doing 93 shows in 93 days, 93 cities or whatever. So that's a monthly show on mental health. And I'm really happy about that because what we're really trying to do is it's bigger than hip hop. And I really want to say this, man. The hip hop is dope, but I have a lot more to offer as a person, as a human being than just hip hop. And so I'm trying to use the platform for other things. We have a page called Constant Elevation, which is just like self-help shit, but I haven't posted in a while. So I care more about when like I do a like inspirational post and it does well than a hip hop post. I don't give a fuck about that because in the end of the day, it's not about the music or what we like or what we dislike or any of that shit, yo. It's about we're people at the end and we're humans and we're all going through the same shit. You know somebody that got cancer. I know you do. I do too. We all do. We all got something. We all going through it. So at the end, fuckery, airing people out, talking shit. It's about like we're humans. So I'm hoping with the Brother Jay show and with Constant Elevation, with other things, we can use the platform and do some things that can really help people. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the long game. But it's still about real hip hop. And people they corny. And I still say that shit. But the bigger picture, it's about the heart.
In real life, you a real good dude. You done threw the alley-oop to me quite a few times, and I appreciate it. I'm glad I have the opportunity to thank you on camera because with the things that you have done for me really meant a lot to me. I always say, if somebody do anything for you at all, give them their fucking flowers because 99.9% of people in this world will not do shit for you. You didn't know me, but you helped me out, threw me the alley-oop, and I'm happy to be able to thank you on camera. Thank you for being here.
Nah, man, I appreciate you, man. You're a good brother, yo. You know what? Here's what I respect about you, yo. You're one of the people that, like, we don't have to agree on everything. I didn't agree with some of this shit. You're saying I could be like, Mike, you're crazy. It's love in the end because in the end, I know you're a good person and your heart's in the right place. You're a solid dude.
Yes.
So I don't give a fuck. I was just talking to my wife about that. I was like, yo, she fucks with certain people like that. Like maybe she might not even fuck with. They might have different views about music, but like they're solid people. It ain't about the music. It ain't about our opinions, y'all. When you meet good people, you fucking connect with them and you stay connected. You know what I'm saying? You don't fucking let that shit go. So I respect you as well, man. I respect what you're doing. I fucks with your platform. I come to you, try to show love. You know what I'm saying? And it's different than my platform, and I like it. You do your thing. You play your shit that I don't like, and then you play some dope shit that I'll be like, oh, I fucks with that shit. And then I'm like, oh, okay, Mike in his bag now. Mike doing his soul shit. Okay, Mike doing this, and you engage, and I like your show. And people fucks with you, yo. So there's a lane for everybody, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a vast, big bandwidth here. You know what I mean? We all trying to eat. We all trying to contribute the way we can. So I appreciate your contributions, man. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to like everything each other person does, but I respect what you do. You know what I'm saying? I respect your professionalism and how you do it. So
thank you for saying that, and the feeling is mutual. What's poppin'? Is your boy Mike Powers.